Yeah, so as far as the development's concerned, I've been sticking to the API for the week, just basically just getting things in place so that it's runnable. Uh, I've got the API running on a Swagger interface. I talked about that last week, and I've got this getter layer, which is just a console app that just goes and gets some data and then writes that data to the JSON file that actually will uh, serve the API. Uh, and what I need to do is have a machine over in the corner, which is a Unix machine or a Linux machine that I've been putting these on as daemons so that I can run that on a Linux machine. So that their testing's going well, and then have the service running on a cron job once a day. That's going reasonably well. I'll get the droplet running, and we can have this up and running not far away from it. But that development's going quite well. Then I can get back to the other stuff that I'm doing, particularly the cipher. Um, One of the reasons why I mentioned that is this is if I go to the internet, this is one thing that George Gammon's doing. This is that he's doing a road trip where he wants to be able to run to meet a friend of his in Argentina, which he represents as a place of freedom and the likes. Um, it is possible that we end up with a currency that would prevent people doing what they want to do and stopping people spending the money freely as they want to do. Um, and we just need mechanisms that are outside of it. This is one of the reasons why I think the project that I'm working on is so important. So just a quick listen to what George been saying.
They might ban cash. I think one of the main takeaways from this trip is you're going to see how important it is we come together as a group and make a stand for the ability to use cash in the future, even if they have a CBDC. We've got to stand together and push back any law or anything that would get in the way of green pieces of paper being legal tender. But let's assume they do that. Then we've got to figure out gold, Bitcoin, silver, which is going to be cumbersome. But hopefully in the future, it will be more doable than it is today. That's another thing I'm trying to do here is just to point out to all the people that say, oh, bring on a CBDC. I don't care because I'll just transact in gold, silver, Bitcoin. I want them to understand right now that's not realistic if you want to maintain your standard of living. And therefore, we need to have a sense of urgency. And we need to be very supportive for the people who are trying to build ecosystems that allow us to transact outside the system, regardless of whether the price of Bitcoin is going to 10,000.
So there you go. And it's very much along the lines of that's building the ecosystem that's allowing us to transact outside of what may become something like a central bank digital currency. And that's the reason why I think it's important to do this development work. Yeah, so we've got these three characters that ended up being in the situation of investing more than they could afford to lose through a certain individual that asked to do that. But that's all I'll say there. That stupidity has stopped. Um, so here's Dan. He ended up being homeless, which had a cost, and he's back in a department in an apartment that has an implication of travel expenses. So as he's paying back this amount here, he finds himself down compared to if he'd done nothing to 1,250. This debt's being paid back, but it was getting paid back before. Lily, she's gone in there and she's actually been in a situation where she can share with the landlord in terms of putting a certain amount away, $50 away per week into PLS. The total value of that's $63 that's gone into there. So basically, with the extra rent, she ends up being down to £62, $62, which is down from 86, I think, which was last week. So things are starting to pick up a bit here. The 125,000 that Janet put in, it ended up being $37,000. We've made an effort to split things out, and as we made that effort to split thing out, because she's invested in Bitcoin, when she invested was down a fair bit, so she's actually up on the Bitcoin. She's down from the 9,000 she put into the time PLS and everything a little bit, but the net balance is that she's at 43,000, so she's actually increased her position from the low. Let's hope that things go well there. We've got till September here. PLS earned from time was $1 in value. So that's where them three characters are at the moment. We'll just continue to see how they get on. Okay, so in terms of the price, I don't think there's been tremendous amount of action. Bitcoin came down in price. It's come back up to above 70,000, which kind of just means that it's really gone sideways. And same with Ethereum. There's been a drop, but it's back up to these kind of levels. Not tremendous amount of action there. eHext has had the same sort of thing. Everything's just stayed more or less the same level. And go through the different tokens in this ecosystem as this is that there's very much been not an awful lot happening in terms of the price of things this week. Yeah, so as far as the Internet Money Wallet's concerned, the total number of downloads figures are up to the 21st of March, and that's up 15%. So that's like 5% more in the 3 week period that talks about, or just shy of 3 week period. The previous one was only about two and something percent. So it'd be nice to think that that could be another 5% going forward to up to around about 10%. Could we be seeing just somewhere around about 3,800 downloads next period? That would be very, very nice if that's the case. You get that see this in the total amount of swaps that are happening on this pulse chain. Pulse chain sees the action really. But there's 230,000 USD actually been swapped on Pulse Chain in the last 24 hours, nearly 5 million there. There hasn't been much happening on Ethereum and the BNB Smart Chain. That's done reasonably well. Polygon's not kind of playing ball at all yet. Dividends claimed, you've got to actually claim the dividends. I can understand not seeing a tremendous amount of dividends claimed over here, but it's pleasing to see it on Pulse Chain. So things are moving. Go to Mr. Gunn's site, and we kind of seen the downtrend that was in the charts kind of going forward. Time pulse going down, but because dividends are starting to pay out and the prices are going up slightly, we're starting to see this dividend start to track upwards, which is pleasing. Times are goodbye as it is at the moment, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. So yeah, so as always, I'm going to give the last word to KG. Thank you very much.
We appreciate every single person who has been on this journey with us. Every person who will join us on this journey, welcome. If you ever have any questions, join the Telegram community. All the resources you need are at internetmoney.io.
What is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is more than just money. Cryptocurrency is a lifestyle, a philosophy, an ecosystem, the means by which human beings to attain financial freedom, not just in the sense of multiplying their investment, but giving humans the ability to interact with money in any way that they see fit. And if that way doesn't already exist, that's the beauty of crypto, is you can create it. And that's what we've done here. Internet money is the future. Internet money is the future.